And we are live. Jim Larson here, always bringing your double dose of motivation every Wednesday morning. Good morning, guys. And seriously, wow, what a huge thank you for last week. So last week was awesome. Seriously, almost 200 of you shared the broadcast last week, leading to over 12,000 views, which was absolutely, I mean, seriously, for a guy like me, it is both humbling and exciting. I mean, humbling because I am just a simple guy. To have 12,000 plus views, to have so many of you getting enough value that you're willing to share it with your friends is seriously humbling to me. But it's also exciting to me, guys. I'm not going to lie, because we are going together to do amazing things. So yes, I am humbled by all of your support, the messages, the thumbs, the hearts, especially those shares, guys. I am super humbled by that, but I'm excited to build this following because I can see where we're going to go with this, guys. And I'm seriously so excited. So a couple weeks back, when I was in Vegas, I was approached by a couple lovely girls that said, gosh, Jim, we love your videos, and they've got so much more to do with life than even just with business. And I thought about that for a minute. I said, gosh, like that's so true. That's exactly what we're doing with this. See, ultimately, what we're aiming for is a life that by design and not default, where we are driving and not drifting, where we are flying and not floating, a life that we can look at and be proud of, a life that we can say, I did that, I designed that, I achieved that. See, that's what we want ultimately, is this life of success where whatever the goal, we can set it. So what we're trying to do here, guys, is so much bigger. See, you can go hire a personal trainer just for a fitness goal. You can hire a business trainer for a business goal. You can hire Tiger Mom to help with you raising kid goals. But ultimately, if you don't have success written in your heart, if you've not learned how yet to take back your story and control your circumstances and take back your story from fear, doubt, insecurities, if you've not learned that, then it doesn't matter where you go specifically, you're not going to win. But when you learn how to take your story back from fear, how to write your story powerfully in inspiring ways, a story that's going to inspire your children, a story that's going to inspire your neighbors, your family, your friends. When you learn how to take back that story and write that story, then any goal you set in this world is yours to achieve. And that's what we're going for, guys. That's what this broadcast is doing. It's your double dose of motivation Wednesday mornings. So I told you guys last week that last week we talked about comfort versus challenge, and how if we are going to have a story that is remarkable, that's inspiring, like so many stories we see, if we're going to do that, we have got to challenge comfort. We have to get out of our comfort zone. Because, see, you can stay in comfort, and that's fine. You're in good company. But as you sit in comfort, you are only ever going to sit in comfort with all your friends around you, and your story's going to be average. If you want an extraordinary story, you can't do ordinary things. You have to challenge comfort. Every day you are faced with comfort or challenge, and if you choose comfort, that's fine. Again, good company, guys. You're in great company. Most people take the path of least resistance, so that's fine. But if you want an extraordinary story, you're going to have to challenge comfort. So I said, hey, we're going to dive even deeper this week. But after the outpouring from last week, after the hearts, the thumbs, the shares, the sheer number of views, after that, guys, I said, you know what? We can't move forward. There's a big, giant freaking elephant in the room. And if we can't tackle that, then we are never going to move forward. So that's what I want to address, because there is a huge threat to your story, to my story, that is literally sitting right underneath us. And if we don't expose that, and we don't realize that, and we don't tackle that, we are never going to move forward. So what am I talking about? What is this big, giant threat? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's ingratitude. You're saying, ingratitude? What? No. And I'm going to tell you, yeah, just follow me with this, follow me. And it's literally, when I was working through this, this blew my mind. And I actually expect it's going to blow your mind here too. See, If you don't have gratitude, if you don't appreciate, then we can go together and we can achieve amazing things. But life, guys, life is not about where you end up. It's about this journey in the middle. And if you don't learn to have the gratitude for the journey in the middle, you are going to miss it no matter where you end up. You are never going to be satisfied or happy or feel like you designed this. You are going to ultimately and always be upset. So let's talk about this for a minute. Let's talk about this. See, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's just true. And what's really going to set apart these people, you in your heart, is your perspective. It's that glass. We talk about that glass all the time. Is that glass half full or is that glass half empty? And when you're writing your story, are you writing a story of glass half full or glass half empty? But what I'm going to tell you is the glass doesn't mean anything. It is an inanimate friggin' object. Your perception of that glass says a lot more about you than it does the glass. The glass is meaningless. So, I talk to people all the time and they're like, well, listen, Jim, I guess I'm a glass half empty guy, but I don't call myself a pessimist. I'm a realist. I get that all the time. I'm a realist. No, you're a pessimist and no one wants to hang out with you. But let's even take your word for a second. Let's say I'm a realist. Okay, that's fine. So realistically, you're going to be average. Realistically, you are not going to achieve anything big. Realistically, you better have small dreams because you are never going to challenge big things. You are always realistically going to stay with the crowd. So if you want to be realistic, you better realistically get used to being average and ordinary. But if you want a remarkable story, don't be a realist. Be a powerful optimist. Because when you are a powerful optimist that sees giants as obstacles to slay, that sees hurdles as things that you are going to jump over, guess what? As a powerful optimist, you are going to attract powerful optimists. And then all of a sudden, you are going to surround yourself. Those 5 people that you hang out with are going to be 5 people that believe in overcoming, in success, in taking back your story, in not letting fear, doubt, and insecurities creep in and push you down. You are going to be surrounded by amazing people. See, Henry Ford used to say this, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Whether you see the glass as half full or half empty, you're going to be right. Whether you call yourself a realist or an optimist, you're right. As a realist, you are just simply better get used to realistically not achieving much. And that's just realistic because you'll be right. And you spoke that truth into your heart and you spoke it into your story. But as an optimist, you're right also. So how do we get there? And this is going to speak at the heart of it, guys. This is where things really started to blow my mind, okay? I'm looking down at my notes for a second. When you see the glass as half empty, your focus is on what you do not have. And you're missing everything that you have in front of you. When you see the glass as half empty, all you ever see is what you don't have. And you're missing what you do have. And see, the danger in that is if your focus is on if you can't see what you have and you can't see it, then you don't realize its value and you can't appreciate it and you can't love it. See, the opposite of appreciation is expectation. And I want you guys to imagine expectation like a wall, a privacy fence that you can't see over. And we set this wall of expectation. And think about it. People do this all the time. You think about those snooty people that pay a crap ton of money to go to a really nice restaurant. And they set this wall of expectation that the service is going to be up to here. So what do? They thumb their noses at service industry people. They thumb their noses at the dishwasher and the wait staff because they expect this. And they're not even going to see anything under that. because their wall of expectation is here and they can't see above the wall. So everything that is happening underneath that wall of expectation, they can't even see it. And when you can't see it, you don't realize its value. And when you don't realize its value, you can't appreciate it. And when you can't appreciate it, you can't love it. So we raise these walls of expectations up all the time. We raise walls of expectations on our spouse. We miss everything they're doing because all we can see is over the fence. We look over the fence and all we see is what they're not doing. We've raised that wall of expectation. We raise it on our kids and we miss everything they're doing because all we can see over this stupid fence we made is what they're not doing. We raise this wall of expectation on our lives. And the worst that we do is we raise this wall of expectation on ourselves. We expect so much of ourselves, so much that all we see is what we haven't achieved, what we haven't done, where we've fallen short, where we failed. And we fail to see everything that we have done because this wall is so high. So we don't even see below it. So we have missed everything that we've done. And when we can't see it, guys, we can't value it. And when we can't value it, we can't appreciate it. And when we can't appreciate it, guys, we can't love it. So we've forgotten. We have completely missed loving ourselves. We've completely missed loving our children. We've completely missed loving our spouses because we've built walls of expectation so high we can only see over. And when we only see over, we only see what they're not doing, what we've not done, and we miss everything that they offer us. So here's my challenge this week. See, if we're going to move forward and we're going to challenge comfort and we're going to take back our stories, we are going to lower that wall of expectation because there are some flowers on the other side and I don't want you guys to miss seeing those flowers. We're going to don't lower your goals. We're not going to lower our goals. We're going to achieve amazing things, but we are going to lower the wall of expectation so that we can very simply see the other side. Value the other side, appreciate the other side, and love the other side. Let me tell you what this looks like, guys, in a marriage, because we do this so many times. So, I'm a guy, okay? I'm a guy. I leave crap out where I shouldn't. I throw dirty clothes behind the door. My farts stink. I snore at night. I'm a guy, okay? I get it. I'm reminded constantly by my wife that I'm a guy, okay? So we're there. We're all there, right? We get that. But when my wife looks at me and she sees me and she sees what I'm doing, what I'm offering, how I'm helping with the kids, the dishes, when she sees and focuses on what I'm doing and she thanks me and she hugs me and she makes me feel like I am seen and like I am known and like I'm appreciated, you know what that does? That inspires and empowers me to do more. And as I do more, I free her up to do more. And as I appreciate her and she's empowered to do more, she frees me up to do more. And we walk forward together in mutual appreciation, in mutual power, overtaking the world, because as we do more and love more and appreciate more, we become a unified force, a team that you cannot beat. And it all started because we lowered our walls. And I said, I see you. I see what you do. I see how hard you work. I see you. I don't care about what you don't do. I'm looking at the flowers. I'm seeing what you do. And when you adopt the heart of gratitude, a heart of appreciation, a heart that's going to see other people, that's going to value, appreciate, and love other people, when you are going to see what they do instead of what they're not doing, do you know what that's going to attract to you? You are going to attract powerful people that are going to love, and be inspired and appreciative and grateful. And then all of a sudden, you are going to be surrounded, like I have surrounded myself. Lowering my expectations made Sonia more powerful. Lowering her expectations made me more powerful. As we lowered our expectations, our family became more powerful because we see, appreciate, value, love. You are going to raise the power of those 5 closest people around you till you guys become a force that cannot be broken. So lower our expectations so we can see and we can value and we can love. Now, this is going to be good because we have built this thing now. There are so many followers, the thumbs, the hearts, the shares. I love that stuff, guys. I love coming through and following this, but we're going to have some homework because all of us, we are going to take back our stories together, and I want to follow this journey together. So here's our homework this week. I want us to intentionally appreciate, intentionally be gracious. So we are going to, at some point this week, I want you to post to social media about something that you are intentionally appreciating, that you are intentionally valuing, and you're going to hashtag it, taking back my story. Post something you appreciate with the hashtag taking back my story. And we're going to follow that hashtag together this week. Next week, we're going to launch a whole new hashtag. We're going to follow a whole new thing next week. But this week, we're going to hashtag taking back my story. And how are we taking back our story this week? By lowering our expectations so we can see the heart, the value, and appreciate everything we have around us. Because that glass, guys, guess what? I don't care if it's half full or half empty. To be honest with you, I don't care if there are only 2 drops at the bottom of that thing. You know what I'm going to love? I'm going to love those drops. You can argue about half full, half empty. Gosh, if there is a drop in that thing, I'm going to love it. And this is going to be a great freaking day. Are you guys ready to take over today? Let's take over today. Let's take over our story. Jim Larson, your double dose of motivation every Wednesday morning. Love you guys. Hashtag taking back my story. Following that with you guys this week. Have an awesome, awesome Wednesday.